Sunday night in America. We're joined by Kevin McCarthy, who represents Bakersfield, California in the U.S. House and hosted trips to Israel for well over a decade. He enjoys a special relationship with Israeli leaders, some of whom he spoke with just last week. He is and has been staunchly pro-Israel since he first came to Congress. And when he became Speaker of the House, his very first trip abroad was to Israel, where that country honored him by having him address the Knesset. Congressman McCarthy, thank you so much for joining us. I want to get your reaction when you first heard that Israel had been attacked and invaded. You are such a staunch supporter of that country. And as I noted, I mean, that was the very first place you went, very first trip abroad when you became the Speaker. What was your reaction?
Well, it's horrific because we're used to seeing rockets come from Gaza, but this was much different. This was from land, sea, and air. This had to be planned for quite some time. And anyone who tells you that Iran is not involved, they are lying to you. We've never seen anything like this in 50 years. It's very concerning to me because the attack on civilians, on children, 4 Americans, as we know now, have been killed. Others have been kidnapped. But you've got to put this in perspective for those who have not been to Israel. It's not a big country. And the population is about 9 million. So more than 700 Israelis have been murdered. That would be the equivalent of about 25,000 Americans getting murdered. And this is my concern. We have to destroy Hamas. This is a terrorist organization. This is not something that you have to go in and try to beat back. It has to be destroyed. And the concern here is the buildup to allow this to happen, the appeasement from this administration, but the shockingness of those on the other side of the aisle. Congresswoman Tlaib, in May, she tried to have an anti-Semitic event. I shut down the room that she wanted to hold it. She called Israel from a terrorist state. Then the other thing that she recently did, she put out a press release today literally saying part of this is caused because Americans provide resources to Israel. And you know what? The leader, Hakeem Jeffries, his comment was no comment. Biden, the President of the United States, has not even condemned this. Neither of them have. This is an atrocity that's happening in America itself, that they've watched a shared relationship. The only country in what we find in the Middle East that has democracy, that's been our greatest supporter, sitting and being silent about this.
You know, Congressman, you raise a fascinating point. The so-called squad in Congress is having a really tough time deciding between the terrorists and the innocent victims who were dragged across their country line. It is astonishing. But Rashida Tlaib put out a statement. She's really sorry about the Palestinian loss. The Israeli loss was an afterthought. You mentioned Congress. What can or should Congress be doing? I mean, obviously the relationship with Israel, very, very close. But what? You're going to be back next week. Give us a sense of what is or should be happening in Congress to support Israel.
Well, unfortunately, we had 8 people join with these Democrats, and I'm now no longer Speaker. So Congress can do nothing right now except try to elect a new Speaker. What we would be doing if I was in, first thing we would come in and show the world that we stand with Israel. The second thing we would do is make sure they have the ammunition and the resources and the technology to take care, because they're literally fighting back the villages to make sure to get these individuals out. The third thing, I'd make sure that America is safe. How did Israel miss this? This could actually happen in America. Our border is wide open. People are coming from 160 other countries. We caught more people in the month of February on the terrorist watch list than we did in the entire last administration. Earlier, we had caught 2 people on the terrorist watch list from Yemen coming on different days into California. Why are they coming here? Who are they talking to? And what do they have planned? There could be cells sitting in America right now based upon what's happening. We've watched 9 million people on the cross. If you take 1% of that, think about it. The males from China recently have been coming across, more than 9,000. We don't know what's happening in our own country. based upon this administration. The first thing they did was starting appeasing Iran. They paid them money, and they started paying for hostages. So Americans were being taken more often. Iran got a wrong approach that they actually trained for months with Hamas, knowing what they were going to carry out. Now they celebrate it of what's happening. This is what's wrong with the world when America's not strong, and especially not being strong with this Biden administration. First, we're watching what happened in Afghanistan. Some of those weapons that were left behind, we're now finding in the hands of Hamas.
Congressman, I hope your conference relies on your expertise and your connections. There is no one on the Republican side that has better connections with the nation of Israel than you. I hope they rely on those connections in the weeks to come. I thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.